This next one, though, I need to run it again because we were dead tired. It was the first thing we
Yeah.
caught when we came back after our trip because it is the directorial debut, but it is a co-directorial debut from one Daniel Kaluuya who has written a bunch of stuff because in TV he started off in Skins. I've never seen Skins. But he's written episodes. I think maybe even directed. I could be wrong there.
Yeah, I think just
but
written, but
yeah, it's been a long time coming for him to do stuff behind the camera. He's been in a bunch of projects. He's an Oscar award winner. He's been around so much talent. What did you think of his directorial outing here?
I thought it was solid. It's certainly not anything particularly spectacular, but it's more than competent. It's a pretty interesting story. It's the story of this kind of this wayward young man in futuristic housing projects area who kind of gloms onto someone as a surrogate father. So we've seen stories like that before. I think part of what makes The Kitchen stand out is this vision of a not so distant future, because like we were watching it and we're talking about like, is this sci-fi, because it has these elements, but it does also feel so like extended from our current reality, right? Like there's some of the most futuristic aspects are like the abundance of advertising and the use of smart mirrors and stuff like that, which is already happening, just not on the extent that it does in the film.
Yeah, they just took a different route with it, but it's to show you like this looks goofy, it looks different. You don't realize how you look because you're used to it in your
Right,
world. Yeah,
right.
We got people walking around with Vision Pros, like.
Yeah, definitely. Right, exactly. In the week of Vision Pros, it definitely doesn't feel like that distant from our current reality. I thought it was. I thought
I
it
like
was.
this right here. LaShawn said "sci-fi top boy." I have yet
There
to
you
see
go.
Top Boy, but that actually
It makes a lot
sounds
of
like
sense.
the best description for it.
Totally. And there's aspects of it that are really interesting. I think ultimately it does feel a little bit thin, like the world around these characters isn't fully developed in a way where you feel like you get a very good picture of what's going on. It's certainly meant as more of a commentary on our current reality than
For sure.
for future casting. But I think it's ultimately winning enough because of these performances from the two leads. I believe it's Kane Robinson and Jedediah Bannerman opposite each other as as they sort of become kind of like a father and son of sorts. It's their connection that ultimately, I think, makes it pretty, heartfelt and effective by the end.
Yeah, with it being 108 minutes, I do think that they have a fleshed out world. Like you're saying, they're trying to talk about in a way metaphorically to what they're going through, especially with his London roots. But I think it could have been tighter in the directing. Like you're saying, the performances are there. I think that's where it loses it a little bit. I'm like, just
Yeah.
tighten it a bit much. It doesn't need to be 108, and you'd have an even better movie. But again, I'm actually looking forward to revisiting it. I thought they had some very interesting shots, and I'm curious to see what Dana Kaluuya has in store in the future. So
Yeah.
if you're curious, watch it on Netflix. If you can find it. Because we knew it was coming out, kind of maybe we're a couple days into Sundance, and we know we're busy, but like, damn, they hid this completely.
Yep.
It was not out there. There's only one that was worse. It's a TV show that I'll bring up later on Paramount that I had to go back to look for that one. They saw the IMDb ratings come in, and they're like, yeah, we're going to hide this. You're not going to find this one at all. But The Kitchen is out on Netflix. If you're interested, give it a watch. I still think it's worth the recommendation.